Yo, what is good everyone? It is your boy Savvy here, and welcome to my How to Play Claw in Fortnite Chapter 2 video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining what Claw is exactly, how switching to Claw was for me personally, the different types of ways that you can play Claw, and what can help make that transition that much easier for you if you guys want to switch to Claw. So without further ado, with all that being said, make sure you guys leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and use created code SAVVY right here. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so for the first part of this video, I'm going to be talking about what Claw is exactly. So let's just say, for example, you're a non-Claw player and you're wanting to learn how to play Claw. This is how you're normally going to be playing. So you're going to have your thumb on the analog stick, but when you want to press any of the face buttons like X, square, triangle, or circle, you're going to have to take your thumb off the analog to press them. So you're moving around, you're shooting, whatever. When you go to jump, you have to take your thumb off the analog and press X like that. That's what non-Claw is, obviously, and that's how the majority of people play. So what Claw is exactly is taking your index finger either on the right side or the left side. It doesn't really matter, but we're mainly talking about the right side for the face buttons right here. Is you're using your index finger, your pointing finger, to press X, square, triangle, and circle. So I can move around and also jump at the same time. See? Just like that. Or if I want to take out my build and start building. Like that. So same goes for reloading. Pressing square or even picking up a weapon. It's the same thing. And circle for me is my pickaxe. So yeah, that is what Claw is essentially, and the same goes for pulling out. For me, my left D-pad right here is my map, but in creative it brings up the scoreboard, and my right is to ping. So that's the only time that I ever use my left hand Claw, is when I'm marking something like this AR, or if I'm opening my map like this. That's the only time I'll use it, but the whole time I am pressing X, square, triangle, and circle with my index finger on my right hand. So yeah, that is what Claw is essentially. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is how switching to Claw was for me, my transitional period, and why I even switched to Claw. So I can actually show you guys this now since I have the hand cam, so let's put this away for a second. So I used to play on a Scuff. This is a Scuff controller. This is the Scuff Impact with the 4 paddles on the back, as you can see. So this is what I used to use religiously, and as you can see, it's a lot worn down. So I'm just gonna say this right now: if you guys are gonna get a custom controller like this, or a Scuff, or anything where you could choose and pick your colors, do not, and I repeat, do not get white. As you can see, white is the last choice you want to get for a color on a custom controller. But yeah, I used to use this religiously. So I never used any of the face buttons right here at all. These are basically brand new. Like, I never even used them at all, like, whatsoever. I had them remapped to the paddles on the back, and all I would do is have my thumbs on the analog, my fingers on the triggers up here like this, my middle and index for both left and right hands, and I would just use these fingers right here, my middle fingers like this, and this is how I would play. I would press X, square, circle. So I had X right here, circle right here, triangle right here, and square right here, and I would just transition into playing like this, and this is how I would play. So the reason I switched to Claw and not stick with the Scuff controller, most people will be like, you're crazy, well, just use a Scuff. Scuff's awesome, like, you don't need to switch to Claw. But I'm going to tell you guys why exactly that's not a good thing. So the reason I switched to Claw was this controller was having issues, analog issues specifically. It would start to drift, and it was really bad. Like, I can even show you right now, maybe. Let's see if I can get this going. So see, look at that. It's doing it on its own. I'm not even doing anything. See, look how bad that is. That's super bad. That was the problem I was having, and I had to deal with this all the time. So that was the main reason I switched. I did not want to deal with an analog drift. I did not want to deal with paying another $250 just to get a brand new scuff controller. I did not want to deal with getting it repaired, which is also $100 extra on top of that just to even get it repaired. So I did not want to do that. I said screw the scuff, and I bought a regular Sony Gold PlayStation controller for $50. You know, it's not hurting the wallet that much, but still, it's a lot better. All right, so the next part of the video is the different types of ways to play claw. Now, I'm just gonna put this out there, plain and simple. There is no right way and there's no wrong way to play claw. Just so you guys know, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. Okay, so as long as you're pressing X, square, triangle, and circle, any of the face buttons with your index finger, then you're playing claw. So you don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to give a couple examples on the screen right now of some pro players who play claw differently, and I'm gonna try my best to explain what they're doing essentially. So starting off with Phase Sway. Phase Sway is one of the biggest controller players, if not the biggest controller player in the world, and he is a claw player. So he plays the same way, the same type of claw that I play. He keeps his index finger at all times over the face buttons. He keeps his thumb always on the analog sticks, and he has his middle finger pressing R1 and R2. That's how he plays claw specifically. So, and as you can see, he's absolutely cracked out of his mind. But yeah, that's Phase Sway and the way he plays claw. So next up is 𝓢𝓪𝓿𝔂, and he basically plays the same way as Phase Sway and me, but he holds the controller a different way. He has his fingers more crunched up and is more tensed up. As you can see, his thumb is barely touching the analog stick. His index finger is extremely crunched up. Then the same with his middle finger is also kind of crunched up, and he crunches it up to press R1 and R2. So that is the way that 𝓢𝓪𝓿𝔂 plays claw. Alright, next up is 𝓢𝓪𝓿𝔂. Now, 𝓢𝓢𝓿𝓂 is a well-known controller player in the competitive scene, and he's incredibly cracked. You guys know this, but he plays claw a certain way as well. So he plays claw like how 𝓢𝓪𝓿𝔂 would play claw, for example. And the way 𝓢𝓢𝓿 and 𝓢𝓢𝓿𝓂 play claw is they use their index finger to press the face buttons while keeping their thumb on the analog, but he'll transition his index finger from the face buttons to R1, as you can see right there, and then he uses his middle finger to press R2. So he uses his index finger to press R1 and also use the face buttons, and his middle finger to press R2. And that is how 𝓢𝓢𝓿𝓂 plays claw. Alright, so next up is this guy named BMP. He got a lot of exposure with the way that he plays claw. This is another way to play claw, but it's very rare. It's a very rare way to play claw. So big props and big shout out to this guy for being able to do this. But he plays octopus claw is what he's calling it. So what he does is he has his entire left hand covering basically 3/4 of his controller. He uses his left thumb to press the right analog stick, and he uses his right thumb to press the face buttons and the triggers on the right. That is absolutely crazy to me. The way that this guy plays claw is absolutely insane and incredibly rare. I have not seen this at all anywhere else. So big props to BMP for playing the way he does. That shit's crazy. So in the last part of the video, I'm gonna show you guys what helped me transition into claw a lot easier. So I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. I spent the first couple days all day in creative, as much time as I could possibly put into it, and all I would do was practice my builds, practice my 90s, and I did some edit courses like the one that you see right now. This is Fleece edit course. I'll put the code of this edit course on screen now if you guys want to use it. But yeah, So what I would do is I would just do the edit courses. You know, practice. Practice my aim. Practice my editing. And yeah, just make sure you guys are doing stuff like this when you're learning claw. Make sure you guys are practicing your edits. Practice everything that you can do as much as you can. Doing your 90s, doing your wall edits like this, doing your resets, just anything that you could do. And an edit course like this, especially Flay's edit course, he has everything that you could possibly want with wall edits and 90s and whatever. Like right here, do some 90s. Alright, but that is it for the video. That is the conclusion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, liking, and showing the amount of support that you guys show me. It's absolutely crazy. It blows my mind that I'm at 14,000 subscribers, and literally 28 days ago I had 1.8 or something like that. But now, like in less than a month, I'm at 14,000 subscribers. Absolutely blowing my mind. And it's all because of Claw. It's all because of Claw. That one Claw video has over 300,000 views, and it blew my channel up, and you guys seem to enjoy the content that I make, and I couldn't ask for more. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below if you're going to be switching to Claw. I love reading you guys' comments and helping you guys out, giving you guys tips and stuff like that on my Twitter DMs, on my Instagram DMs, etc. Make sure you guys use creator code Savy. It resets every 14 days, so make sure you're typing that shit in at all times, baby. You already know. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.